Welcome, Planeteers. Today it's the time for nepotism. See, nepotism is an ongoing debate, not only in the Hindi film industry but in Hollywood as well. Time and again, tempers do flare up and allegations are made, like when Siddhant Chaturvedi made that famous statement that struggle of outsiders starts where the dreams of star kids end. Or the Twitter debate between Ben Stiller, Destry Spielberg, and Franklin Leonard. For the unknown, Destry Spielberg is the daughter of Steven Spielberg. Or when Kangna Ranaut called Karan Johar the flag bearer of nepotism, giving no regard to the fact that Karan had almost and mostly worked with Shah Rukh, who was an outsider, and had even launched and given repeated chances to Siddharth Malhotra to name from the long list. And I'm back again playing the devil's advocate and show the other side that nepotism may not really be bad, and everybody enjoys some level of nepotism in their lives, and those who are blaming it are slightly hypocritical. See, if nepotism was wrong, so does that make Ratan Tata a bad person? Widely recognized as one of the most respected men in India. If it is wrong, then would you give away the Cricket World Cup that Mohinder Amarnath, son of Lala Amarnath, brought to India? What about Mukesh Ambani or Amir Khan? Or the father-son duo of Neil Bohr and Age Bohr? Or Thomas and Theodore Edison? Or George W. Bush? Or Justin Trudeau? The list is endless. Are we ready to get rid of all the wonderful things that these names have accomplished and given to us? Why nepotism works is a good question. And in management terms, we have a phenomena called osmotic communication, which means that information flows into the background hearing of members of the team collocated and working in the same environment so that they pick up relevant information as though by osmosis. In simple terms, if a team is co-located or working together in a single room, then as they're working together, they pick up information from each other by passively hearing because there's always conversations happening around. Now imagine how big the impact of this osmotic communication would be for a child who's raised in this environment, constantly exposed to this information in the ambience and continuously absorbing it. So, be it an athlete or a movie star, a businessman, politician, they all at a very early age learn from their parents the work ethic required, the hard work needed, and the exposure to the working environment and the resources associated with it. So, if we take a movie star kid for an example, he's exposed to the greatest mind in the field at a very young age. He knows how a film set works, can easily gain access to all the equipment needed, and use it and learn at a very young age. Be accustomed to living the life in the limelight and the side effects that come with it, which is not for everyone to handle. Not to mention the right guidance and the set, tried, and tested course of action he gets because of the legacy. Now imagine this and compare this person with someone who is not exposed to all of this. Of course, for him, the struggle is more, but purely from a business point of view, who do you think is a more finished product? And this does not apply to only movies, but to all fields out there. Question yourself, despite whatever field you might be in, don't you have some grasp of knowledge and technicalities of the type of work your parents do or you can do? And if you were to follow their path, wouldn't you have a head start over someone with no such exposure? Isn't that a platform for you? A certain head start. And isn't that a sort of nepotism? An extra note on the films because they receive the most flack. A star kid gets a platform for launch because there's hype around his launch, and he ascertains a fixed return on investment that a newcomer or an outsider cannot guarantee. And from purely business point of view, you would understand why this works. It is not charity, and filmmaking is not a cheap proposition. People have gone bankrupt because of this. I mean, if this was a stock or a commodity, you would obviously invest in something that guarantees a higher return. I mean, we people, when it comes to fashion brands, food chains, or businesses, prefer companies that have legacy and generations of work behind them. Isn't that favoring nepotism? Nepotism is enjoyed by everyone else in daily lives. There are companies that give special preference to kin of people already employed there. The entire reference culture, practiced worldwide during hiring process, is another example of mass nepotism of some degree. Passing of government jobs to family members if the employee retires or passes away, isn't that also nepotism to some degree? And I am not saying these are wrong. In fact, this entire video is me trying to present the other side of nepotism. Honestly, blaming nepotism is hypocritical because most people benefit from it. Most people are managing a business passed on to them by their family, which is very common in India. Blaming nepotism is hypocritical because most people benefit from it. Most people are managing a business passed on to them by their family, which is very common in India and other countries as well. From small shopkeepers and roadside hawkers to big business tycoons, most of them take forward the assets and the platform given to them because of their birth and no other special talents. So, this is also nepotism, and we all do it every day. It does not get noticed because there's no paparazzi show around this, and nobody makes any money in defaming you for your making your life miserable. Trust me, the day people find a way to make money out of your misery, you will be their next target. In the end, everybody has their own struggles. The struggle and the pressure that nepotism benefactors come with is different from someone starting new, and they both should be cherished. In this life, nothing is granted, and if you don't deserve it, it won't last long. In life, there will always be people better off than worse off, or worse off than you. Dhirubhai Ambani has two sons, Mukesh Ambani and Anil Ambani. Both are nepotism benefactors. You can see the difference in growth of both of them. And would you expect Mukesh Ambani to give away all of his father's wealth just to have a fair chance with a commoner? And since he would start again from scratch, this does not make sense. No, neither will he. And this should not be expected of you as well. To give away the resources you have just to match with someone at the lowest level. It is impractical to think so, and foolish too. So instead of being jealous of the platform others have and crying over their success, if you're daring enough to enter the arena, then make yourself worth it. I hope you're liking this content. I understand some of it is not the most popular opinion. It will be very easy for me to make videos on popular opinion just to garner views and subscribers by just fanning the emotions of people. But the aim of this channel is to show the other side of the coin and counter the popular narrative to develop a better world. And all this cannot happen without your support. If you go through my channel, you will find it has a uniquest content out there. And this is just the tip of the iceberg of what things are about to come and what I can deliver. But the growth of the channel is not rewarding enough to continue this. If you think I need to make changes, then suggestions are more than welcome. Please feel free. Otherwise, I am at 139th video of this channel, and if this continues, then 150th will be my last. So if we don't reach a bare minimum of 1000 subscribers before that, then that will be the last you will hear from me. So like, share and subscribe if you're liking this content and want me to continue. Otherwise also, live long and prosper.